Hello and welcome back to Full Count. We had a hell of a World Series. Denny, we're going to be talking about it. What just start instant reaction.
Best game seven in the past 10 years. No, second best game seven in the past 10 years. We'll say that. That
What's
was,
first?
you had the
Ups.
benches clearing. You had Yamamoto coming in the extras, just shoving his ass off. Kershaw wins it in his last one. The Toronto Blue Jays players put 51 on their hats. Andres Jimenez being a bitch. There was a lot that went down, and I'm excited to get into it. And maybe I wasn't right about Dodgers in five, but you know what? I hit Dodgers, and that's all that matters.
I was so close when I said Bo Bichette, Game 7, Toronto. And he hit the 3-run homer. I was like, oh my God, it might happen.
I
That was
know.
crazy. You meant, okay,
Yeah.
you said second best is first 2016, I'm assuming?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, okay. Also, what I gotta say is it's the most watched MLB game since 2017. There were 26 million viewers watching Game 7, and it even peaked at 31.5 million. So just nuts. Japan, Canada, and the U.S. all came together and just broke some records there. So pretty cool for the sport.
Yeah, those. I bet Japan was going crazy because Shohei, Yamamoto, Roki, you got all the guys over there.
Yeah, just nuts. But also, I gotta say, people are talking all about Yamamoto and comparing him to the Madison Bumgarner year, and they're saying that he was better than Mad Bum. Not true. Just not true. I gotta pull up the stats, but let's not forget that Madison Bumgarner was unreal. Like, let's not compare it. I mean, okay, it's comparable, but like everybody's saying Yamamoto had a better that he topped Madison Bumgarner. Like, no, he just didn't. Madison Bumgarner was the 2014 World Series MVP. We all know that. He threw 21 innings to Yamamoto's 17. He was 2-0 with a 0.43 ERA. Yamamoto's was 1.02 ERA. Bumgarner 21 Ks, Yamamoto 15 Ks. They both gave up no homers. Mad Bum had a save. So I mean, I don't know. Mad Bum threw 5 innings of relief in Game 7. So like Yamamoto was fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but the comparisons, no, don't say that he was better than Mad Bum because he wasn't.
Yeah, I'm a Mad Bum fan. I'm going with Mad Bum on this one. Just hearing those stats, 21 innings in a World Series is pretty absurd, and that was back when he hit too. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I just think people are being a little too caught up in the moment. Like I don't know. Yamamoto's was great. Like he deserved the World Series MVP, no doubt. But you're getting caught up in the moment too much. You can't say it was better than Mad Bum. Let's not forget how awesome Mad Bum was. But no, I
Can I
just
make a
want
hot take really quick?
to absolutely.
Okay, everybody listening, this is about to be crazy, but I like a utility guy, I'm big on utility guys, and Miguel Rojas could have made an argument for Game 7 and won World Series MVP just purely off Game 7.
All right, please explain more.
I mean, the game time home run in the top of the inning when he has barely hit at all the postseason. You had that play at the plate. That wasn't an easy play. The game on the line. He had that bare hand catch and flip. He was making plays all over the field. He saved them the game in the top of the ninth. I mean, I just I I don't understand it. It was nuts. Why isn't it? That's why I'm questioning myself watching it. Why hasn't he been playing at all this series? Put him in the lineup. I mean, I know you can't take out Mookie because Mookie's Mookie, and even though he's playing like garbage right now, you got to leave him in the lineup. And I like what Dave Roberts did, moving him around, moving him to the four to try and give him a little more confidence, maybe take a little pressure off. But yeah, Miguel Rojas, World Series MVP.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with that one. You can't give the World Series MVP off one game. Um, I mean, he played awesome, but Yoshinobu Yamamoto went let me just read it off. 9 innings, 1 run, 8 Ks. 6 innings, 1 run, 6 Ks. And then the day after, which we never see today in baseball, then the day after he comes and throws 2.2 innings of shutout ball and gets the close, gets it done. So he got 3 wins in this series, and I know people don't care about the win stat anymore, but like that's about as valuable as you can get as a pitcher. And I know I was kind of dogging on him because of Mad Bum being awesome, but I was not trying to knock Yoshi. He absolutely deserved this. I was just trying to say Mad Bum needs respect still. But yeah, I don't think you could give him after 1 game, but I like the crazy take. You told me before this episode that you have a lot of crazy takes. So if while we're at it, like just bring me the rest of them.
We need less tariffs on Japan if that means we get more Otanis and Yamamotos. Did you see Theo Vaughn say that? That was awesome. That was one of the takes. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. So that's another hot take. And then my other one is Dodgers could go back to back to back. I mean, they have too much money in LA. They're going to do all the right things to get all the players back. Kershaw may be gone. Some veterans are going to step up. You still got Freddie in that locker room. Who doesn't love Freddie? And you got Mookie, and then Dave Roberts. I think he's one of the best managers ever. I mean, you got Tony La Russa, probably better. You get some other Bruce Bochy, maybe Baker. Like you got a lot, but yeah, I think they could go back to back to back.
Yeah, I don't think that's a crazy take at all, though, saying that they could go back to back to back, especially if they sign somebody like Kyle Tucker this offseason, which, I mean, the Dodgers might just do that. I don't see why they wouldn't. What's stopping them from it? Um, yeah, they could go back to back to back, and they were pretty much just utter dominance once their pitching was healthy. So if they have healthy pitching for a whole season, yeah, I'm totally with you. Back to back to back is possible. I would not like to see it, but I definitely think it could happen. So I'm not going to say that's that hot of a take. I'm going to say that could happen, and they're probably going to be the favorites. So yeah, back to back to back. It would be crazy though. It would be crazy in baseball.
Yeah, I do think their odds right now are like 450 or something crazy. Like they're the favorite by a lot. But and I could also see the Blue Jays winning it next year too. Like they were such a fun team to watch. You got Ernie Clement. That guy was my favorite player in the whole World Series. Vlad Rakes, Varshal. That guy's just a baseball player, just a textbook baseball player. You got Bieber, who's barely pitched at all this year because of Tommy John and traded midseason. I think Bassett's a good option down the line. You got Scherzer. I mean, their pitching's deep, and Savage looked like the next superstar of the whole league. That was nuts. That guy's nasty. But yeah, I mean, both these teams they looked really good, and like I said earlier, that was the best Game 7 since 2016. Best World Series game though. I'm a Cardinal guy, so I got bias. I got 2011 Game 6, but that Game 7 was up there.
Yeah, the game 7 was nuts. You mentioned Blue Jays possibly going back to back, or I mean not back to back, but they could win next year. It's gonna be. I'm curious to see who they're gonna re-sign because they have some big time free agents. With Bo Bichette's a free agent, Shane Bieber's a free agent, Chris Bassett's a free agent, Max Scherzer big free agent, just veteran presence. Sir Anthony Dominguez, if you want to call him a big name. Isaiah Kiner Falefa, the Hawaiian Hustle, is a free agent. Ty France is even a free agent. So it's kind of weird. I'm curious to see who they re-sign. I mean, they showed last year when they paid blah, when they paid Vladdy that they're willing to spend, which I think is really fun for just baseball in general in Toronto. So yeah, it looks like they're going to spend. I'm curious to see where they'll spend. It looks like they got a certified ace in Trey Savage, and they'll back that up with I don't know, maybe they'll re-sign Chris Bassett or Shane Bieber, but um, I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious to see where they go with that because they paid Vladdy so much money that I mean, Bo Bichette's going to get a good deal based off the year he had, so that's going to be a lot of money. I hope they keep those two together. But a team like, God, I don't know, the Mets. I mean, obviously they don't need a shortstop, but they could throw him somewhere else. Um, some team like that, Padres would spend money. Teams like that like might just outbid the Blue Jays for Bo Bichette. So I'm curious to see where he lands. Shane Bieber's going to be a big name, so yeah, I'd like to see the Blue Jays contending again next year, but it's going to matter who they resign. I think.
Yeah, that's a lot of unknown. I didn't realize all of them were free agents. Scherzer, I doubt he comes back, just because I don't know if they want to pay the money for him, and he's old. He doesn't even know if that was his last pitch. Bieber, I would love to see Bieber return to Toronto. It looks like he loved it there. Just watching those playoff games, he looked like he loved it. Bichette, you got to do whatever you can to re-sign him. I mean, he didn't play at all in the postseason, comes in the World Series, and played like that. You got to. And I was a big Andres Jimenez fan. I liked Andres Jimenez at shortstop. And then Bo Bichette started playing. I kind of lost a little stock on Andres Jimenez. And then he pulled that BS in Game 7, and I lost a lot of respect. And just, I don't even know. You could tell the whole at bat he's trying to get hit by the pitch. He's sticking his hand out, and then he complains when he gets hit by the pitch. That's bullshit. Like, that's brutal. And I was a big fan of him. I mean, he plays great defense, plays the game the right way, delivered some great October home runs. But yeah, I think that was utter bull.
Yeah, I hated seeing that. It was all over Twitter too, and I totally agree. It's total bullshit. But I do like the player. He's got a good glove. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of interesting free agency questions. We'll probably be talking about that in a lot of these offseason videos. But yeah, like Kyle Tucker's just a huge name. It'd be crazy if the Blue Jays said, "Hey, we want in on Kyle Tucker." I don't know if he'd want to live in Canada or what his deal is. I don't know where he wants to go. I don't think he wants to be a Cub again, but he's going to get a lot of money. Somebody's going to pay him. It'd be cool if the Blue Jays did, because that'd be a cool. I mean, Vladdy and him would be there for several years together. Um, yeah, I don't know. Free agency is going to be crazy, but we'll have to see. I do think the Blue Jays will be good again next year, though.
Now, as a Cubby fan, you want Kyle Tucker back?
Yeah, I absolutely do. I know there's a lot of people that don't, and I think it's just one bad year, and he's never had a year. He's never had a. I mean, it still wasn't even a bad year. Like he had 800 plus OPS. He just went through some slumps, which is gonna happen in a season. Didn't quite show up in the postseason, but I think the injuries were a big part of that. The thing
Yeah,
that
you
was,
could tell.
yeah,
You
I
could tell
wasn't
he
even.
was a little.
Yeah, it just looked weird. His swing looked like a little bit different, but and he wasn't doing anything backside most of the season, which worries me a bit, but I do think he's going to be just fine. The weird thing for me was like he's won a Gold Glove before, and I have no idea how. He looked pretty awful out there all year. Like I don't know where he ever won a Gold Glove. It's like when Seiya Suzuki came over to the Cubs, he was like a I don't know 5-time Japan Gold Glover, and he's the worst fielder I've ever seen in my life. So
I was about to say
I have no idea who gives out these awards, but it's ridiculous. Even Ian Happ, he's a
Suzuki.
four-time Gold Glover. Like I don't, whatever.
Suzuki
But
is terrible. It's hard to watch out there.
it's awful. He's like, whatever. But no, so Kyle Tucker, I think I have no concerns about the bat, even though it was a down year for him. I still think he'll be just fine. He's done it every year of his career. I think maybe Wrigley wins got to him a bit. I did see a lot of Yankees Twitter fans talking about they like do a video highlight of how many balls he hit that would have been gone in Yankee Stadium. He probably would have hit like 30 plus bombs, whatever. So if the Yankees grab him, he'll probably be Jesus again. I'm seeing if the Yankees grab him though that we might try to reunite with Cody Bellinger, which I like. What's going on? What is going on? Like I don't think I want Cody Bellinger back, but I mean I love Cody, but I think we're gonna have Owen Casey in right field because the Cubs are not gonna spend. But yes, to answer your question, I want Kyle Tucker back for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if he went to the fucking Yankees. I mean, they could use him. I don't know what I don't understand how they just lose every year in the playoffs. It seems like for my whole life, it's just they have every stacked roster imaginable. They could throw everybody at you and they still lose.
Do you like Boone?
Yeah, I do. Do I think that like a Craig Counsell's better? Yeah. Do I think I don't even know. I like cut. You gotta cut that out. I'm fucking drawing a blank right now. Um, I don't know where I was going. But yeah, I think there's definitely better managers out there. Aaron Boone is he's a good manager, but I don't think he's like top five. Roberts is better. I like Schneider in the World Series. He was good. But yeah,
Terry Francona for sure too. Um,
yeah,
yeah, I
that's
like
just
Aaron Boone. I like Aaron Boone. I think Yankees fans hate him, but I like a coach that likes to get kicked out of games. That's just like my type of coach. That's why I don't like Craig Counsell. Um, I like a coach that gets your team fired up. And I don't know, he doesn't really win in the postseason, so Yankees fans hate him. But I still think he's a good coach, and I think he has a good mind, and he supports his players like maybe a little too much actually though with Volpe, but Volpe showed up in the postseason, I guess. So who knows? But yeah, I like Boone. I don't think he's a top five manager though. I'm with you on that. I don't know who I'd put in my top five, but I don't think he'd be there. So I don't know. Pat Murphy,
yeah,
Francona.
he's a Francona. I mean, Francona got that Reds team to where they are. I mean, they
Yeah.
had the pitching, but like still, you look at their roster, it's like who is this guy playing left field today?
No, it
And then they
was
got Hayes at the deadline, which was good. But
it was
I mean,
automatically taken there. But yeah, Dave Roberts is there. So there's three already. You could argue Craig. I actually like Will Venable, White Sox. I like him a lot. But anyways, yeah, yeah, Aaron Boone. I just had to touch on that because you said Yankees keep losing the playoffs, so I wonder if he's the problem. But Aaron Judge was kind of non-existent last year, but this year he really showed up. So I don't know. Maybe Boone's the problem. Who knows? I don't think he is though.
yeah, no, I don't know what they need to do, but it's got to be something different. I like a name that I feel like isn't talked about enough is Vote in Cleveland. That team, I mean, you look at that wild card game. I was watching all of it. And all the averages would pop up. It's like hitting 200, 6 bombs, hitting 215, 8 bombs. It's like, how does he have this team to where they are? I mean, they had that crazy run in September, but still, it's kind of nuts.
Yeah, that's one of those like them and the Brewers and the Rays. They just outperform expectations every year, and I think it's just because they put together elite bullpens every year. Brewers as well. That's one of those things. Dude, Stephen Vogt though has like one of my favorite videos ever. Here, I'm gonna play it for you.
The way I do it is I ask myself what's true. You can write a narrative in your head and spin yourself down a negative path and beat yourself up and second guess and go back. But what's true is you made what you thought was the best decision in the moment and then you leave it behind. I have a mentor of mine that says learn the lesson, leave the event. You leave the event behind and you learn everything you can from it. And there's no going back. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes good decisions, bad decisions, or they just didn't work. So for me, it's learn the lesson, leave the event.
Dude, like there's more to that. But if you have a manager like he's probably giving great speeches in the clubhouse. Like that would get me. Like I mean that has nothing to do with like going out and playing a game. Like that's about managing, but still like he's got to give some great speeches. So I'm totally with you on Stephen Vogt. He seems awesome, but something about those organizations, Rays, Brewers, Guardians, the Guard Dogs, they just always have a great bullpen. And they always outperform expectations. So yeah, totally with you on that. Whether it's organizational, whether it's coaching, yeah, I think he's good. So
Yeah, I think that's a guy that you want rocking with your guys, man. He's probably got some, yeah, like you said, fired up speeches. Now I was talking with my buddies the other day about like who do you want to listen to? Who do you want to get? What coach would you want to get fired up by in all sports? And I said prime Pete Carroll. That guy is a maniac, and I love it. I think he would get me going. He would get me good, and I'd be just going out there headhunting.
Yeah, I think Gruden's my answer. There's like that guy's just gonna get you fired up. There's no way. But I don't hate your pick there. But yeah, John Gruden would probably be my pick for a locker room speech. You know who's terrible at is Lane Kiffin, but we don't need to talk college football on the baseball podcast. But he does not. He's so bad with his speeches. Anyways, who's Arkansas gonna hire as their head coach?
Oh, I don't even know. Man, I've been going to school here for 3 years, and they just keep disappointing me. So I've just kind of like threw all my worries out the window and just like what I'm gonna get is what I'm gonna get, and I can't do shit about it. So I've kind of given up on them. But basketball's good, so I'm good for the basketball.
Yeah. Anyways, back to baseball. Gold Gloves came out. We're not really going to talk much about that. Ian Happ won his fourth in a row, though. So shout out my guy. Your shortstop, Mason Wynn, won a Gold Glove, also his first. Pete won his first. Nico won his second. Not going to talk about the whole list. There's a lot of catcher controversy, though. Alejandro Kirk, Dylan Dingler in the AL. Dylan Dingler won it when Alejandro Kirk outperformed him in all of like the Statcast metrics. Now I haven't looked into like the errors or anything, but from my understanding, people are fired up about that and saying Dylan Dingler didn't deserve it and that Alejandro Kirk should have won in a landslide. So I don't. Have you seen that at all?
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. I think the committee might just be like fat phobic or something because Alejandro Kirk is awesome and I love him. That guy gets me fired up. He's a great leader. I love everything about him. I love his defense. I want Alejandro Kirk 10 times out of 10 over Dylan Dingler behind the plate, and a big part of that is because of defense.
Yeah, all the metrics were like destroying Dingler. Like Dingler wasn't even second in most of the lists. I don't know. I saw it this morning, but I was just curious if you heard about that. Um, but anyways, yeah. So a lot of stuff happened. Gold Glove. I think our next episode we'll be covering free agency, talking about everything. But it's a sad day. Baseball's done, and hey, I saw the countdown. It's like 140 days till opening day, though. So right around the corner, and spring training's probably shoot. I don't know, a couple months. So baseball we know lasts a lot of the year, and luckily we have spring training and we get some early stuff to talk about. But I'm curious once free agency starts rolling, what's going to happen here because it's going to be some big news all around the MLB.
I think the Cardinals may go for some key players. We got a new management out there, so I want to see some big moves made out of the Cardinals. Mason Wynn just won another or his first Gold Glove. I want to see us build around him. You could throw Jordan Walker out the window. You could throw Nolan Gorman out the window. I've lost all hope in them. But build around Mason Wynn. I think he's like the next all-star shortstop from here for the next 10 years. So big on Mason Wynn and the Cardinals. So
Yeah, so I just looked it up. March 25th, opening night in baseball, Yankees versus the San Francisco Giants. That is opening day, and that's 142 days away, I believe now. So yeah, we got a lot of episodes till then. I'm sure we'll be ranking the teams for next year eventually. Get into that. But yeah, we got to wait till free agency. Got a lot more episodes coming for you guys. So thanks for tuning in. Check out the next video next week, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.